My name is Brian Kelly, and I am with Southwest Volunteer Fire Department, and I'm a volunteer firefighter. And you're home, probably staying safe while all the germs that are floating around right now have us at home. And that's probably something that may seem a little bit weird, like the times that we are out of school because of severe weather. Maybe it's snowing outside, or maybe there's a hurricane or whatever. We, as the fire department, engage with folks a lot of those times to respond that way. And so, right now, it's just a different time, right? Because there's people who are sick. And I was asked by a very good friend of mine, actually my best friend, my wife, who's a school teacher. Some of you guys are going to see that, Mrs. Kelly, second grade teacher at Meadowview Elementary School, who's going to show you this video. Or maybe you're in another school here in Onslow County, or maybe you're watching all over the world, because we're going to put this on social media, on Facebook and Twitter and all that kind of cool stuff. But either way, we're going to share with you about community helpers. Now, you've probably already heard it before, but one of the things that you always find is it's really good to review your lessons. So what we're going to show you today is some of the things and some of the cool tools that we find. You may notice I'm not in a classroom. I'm actually in the back seat of a fire truck. And this is where our firefighters ride to their emergency calls. And you know what? I just caught the firefighters coming back from a call. It was a vehicle accident, and they just got back from the station and are headed back home, because we're volunteers. And what does that mean? It means we come from our home and we respond to the station, and we respond to the emergency, and then we go back home and we do other jobs at scheduled times, but we don't stay here. We don't live here. Maybe you visit a fire station before, and maybe you've seen some things that were really cool. That's my regular job that I do every day, is I'm a firefighter as well. So I do it during the day and at night. I do it for my job, and I also do it for free. And what's really cool is I want to show you my helmets, because I think that's kind of cool. So this is my volunteer fire department helmet. You'll see it's really cool. Our station number is number 16. Hopefully you can see that really well. And then of course it's got my name on it. And that's my fire helmet for that. And then I use this one. It's not my one that I wear at the city where I work, but it is what I call my teaching helmet. So it's very special to me, and I let kids touch it and see it. And I really, really like it. It's got a really cool old Sparky the Fire Dog on it. In fact, that's one of the first renditions of Sparky. Sparky is, wow, he's over 65 years old, and he's been teaching fire safety for a long time. So we use sometimes characters, just like in books, to teach lessons. And today we're going to talk about community helpers and how that relates to kind of what we're going through right now in this world, right? We've got people who are sick, and how people are coming together. Community helpers are coming together to make them feel better. So what I want you to do is, as I read this book to you, I want you to think about other community helpers that are helping right now. As you're home waiting for all these bad germs to go away, who are some other community helpers that are helping right now? So the book is called Bear Feels Sick, okay? And it was written by Karma Wilson and Jane Chapman. And so I'm going to read it to you, okay? See Bear, he's going in to hibernate. Hopefully the lighting, you'll be able to see this picture real well. Alone in his cave as the autumn winds blow, Bear feels achy with a stuffed up nose. Have you ever had a stuffed up nose? And I get it a lot, especially right now with the spring coming and the pollen everywhere. He tosses and he turns, all huddled in a heap. Bear feels tired, but he just can't sleep. He sniffs and he sneezes, he whiffs and he wheezes, and the bear feels sick. You see him? He's laying there all cuddled up. Who likes to cuddle up? Maybe on their couch or in their bed. Maybe it's with their parents when they don't feel well. And it says, his friend gather round. Come out, Bear, and play. Bear shakes his head. I'm too sick today. Mouse mutters, oh my, Bear's head is too hot. Hare says, we will help. Here's a warm, cozy spot. Bear mumbles and he moans. He grumbles and he groans. And the bear feels sick. Have you ever just felt that way? That no matter what you do, you just wouldn't feel any better, right? Mouse squeezes Bear tight. He whispers in his ear, It'll be just fine. Your friends are all here. Who thinks that way when maybe a friend or maybe a mom or dad or someone that we know really engages us or maybe just talks to us, and it kind of does it. It makes us feel better. Badger fetches water. Gopher cooks the broth, while Mole soothes Bear with a warm, cool cloth. He must be really sick. They cover Bear up and he drinks from a cup, but he still feels sick. Raven says, "Caw, come along, Owl and Wren. Let us go gather herbs to bring back to the den." Then they coax Bear to sip just a smidgen of tea. "You'll feel better soon," says Mouth. "Wait and see." Bear shakes and shivers. He coughs and he quivers, and he still feels sick. The friends fuss and fret. The friends cook and care. They keep a close eye on their poor sick bear. They all talk and whisper. They walk on tippy toes. They sing lullabies. Then the bear starts to doze. He's starting to rest. And that's what they say, right? If you feel bad, maybe you should rest. They watch Bear for hours. "We've done all we could do." Then Bear wakes up. And the bear feels good. Look at it, Bear. He's coming back, right? Feels good. Bear cries, "I'm all better. I'm feeling like new. I'm not hot and achy. It's all thanks to you. Let's celebrate now. Let's go out and play. Let's jump in the leaves. Let's frolic all day." He seems really excited, doesn't he? Have you ever done that before when you were sick and then you wake up the next day and you feel really good and you just want to go out and play and have a good time? Then Mouse starts to wheeze and Hare starts to sneeze. And the friends feel sick. Guess what they got? They got some of the germs, didn't they? Bear murmurs, "Don't worry," and tucks them in bed. He bundles them up and he kisses each head. He tells all of his friends, You'll soon feel like new. You took care of me, now I'll take care of you." The end. You know, as community helpers, that's what we do. We take care of each other. But you know what? Sometimes we can be community helpers without it being our job, without having to be a volunteer. Sometimes it's maybe just looking after a neighbor. Oh, that reminds me. You were supposed to be thinking of things and examples of community helpers. So what I want you to do is I want you to stop the video just for a second and maybe write some of those down and think about some of the different ideas. Maybe you could write a journal entry or a reading log or whatever it is that maybe your teacher would want to assign you to do now, to think about some of the different community helpers or a different type of activity. So I hope you've enjoyed this story. As for me, I'm going to take my helmets and my walkie-talkie and I'm going to go get ready to help someone in need. You guys have a great day, and please, please, please be safe.